Ultimate Spider-Man issue number 18 from Marvel Comics. So we start off this issue in June because that's the month that this comic came out. And for some reason, Jonathan Hickman has it so that every issue takes place on the month that it came out, which was kind of cool at first, but I feel like it's going to become a hindrance as we go on. And I'll get into that later. But we have Mary Jane and some Daisy Dukes, which is always awesome. And they're waiting for Harry to show up. So Harry shows up on a plane. Him and Peter are happy to see each other, which makes me happy because I'm glad that this friendship is still going. I am not looking forward to the eventual separation. I like the bromance. Like just two bros hanging out, fighting crime. Peter needs a good friend, so it's nice to see him have a friend here that helps him battle crime. And Uncle Ben and J. Jonah Jameson show up. They're going to be hanging out with the Parkers for a while. I guess making sure that the family's okay, as well as just them getting out of Dodge as well. We just have them just kind of hanging out with each other for a bit. Happy to see each other. And then we have Mary Jane and Peter saying their goodbye. I freaking love this relationship, and I just really wish that this was canon. We even have a moment where Harry says, "She's a good woman, Peter." And Peter's like, "Yes, she is." Maybe it's just me looking too much into this. I always feel like things like this are like little shots that Hickman is doing towards Marvel editorial. I've said it before in previous videos where there are moments where it seems like he's taking like little digs at them. And basically it's because he knows what the fans want, especially in terms of Peter Parker and Mary Jane. And Marvel seems to be doing everything it can to not give us that, because we can't have them being happy and married together. But that's what the fans want. Maybe it's just me. You tell me if you feel the same way, but I feel like Hickman has done this in the past with previous issues where he's taking little digs at them. And I feel like this could just be another one. But yeah, I freaking love the relationship between them. I wish that this was a canon thing rather than just being in the Ultimate Universe. But Peter asks, "So where's Gwen?" And that's when we cut to Gwen, and we cut to the fallout of Gwen's actions in the previous issue, where she went and attacked Mr. Negative, and just the fact that she did it while in the Mysterio suit. The rest of the Mysterios are kind of upset at her, especially Gwen. Gwen's like, what have you done? You've basically put us into war now. There's no way that we can hide the fact that we're against William Fisk because you were wearing the costume when you attacked one of his men. And if you had been subtle about it, we could have made this seem like it was infighting. We could have made it seem like maybe one of the other Sinister Six had attacked Mr. Negative, or maybe it was just a gang war or something. Like, we could have played this off. But instead, because you were wearing the suit, you have now dragged us into a war. But Gwen stands up for this. She believes that we've just been sitting on the sidelines doing nothing, and we should be cleaning up this mess that is Fisk. And then we see the final member of the Mysterios. I'm not sure who exactly this is. The hair makes me think that maybe this is Vanessa Fisk, but I don't know. She's not given a name here, but I think this is Vanessa. I don't know. Give me your thoughts. Who do you think this is? Is this Vanessa or is this someone else? It would have been nice if they had just like name dropped her, because some of these Ultimate characters don't look like how they should look in the main run. So sometimes it feels like maybe they're trying to like surprise the audience by like, "Hey, look at this character, and here's how they are in the Ultimate verse." But it's like, I don't know who this is because you didn't name them. So the hair, like I said, is giving me Vanessa vibes, but maybe I'm wrong. We do have this like interesting moment where Peter and Harry are flying around and they're waiting for Gwen to show up, but they still have like an hour to go. So they decide to go fight crime. And we just have a montage of them fighting villains, like just random foes. So they fight Shockmaster again. Been a long time since we've seen him. And then for some random reason, we see them fighting against Hammerhead as well as Manwolf. And I'm just like, okay, that's kind of interesting, especially since like it only takes them like 45 minutes to do this. Because then they're like, "So how much time we got left now?" "Oh, we got about like 15 minutes or so." So yeah, in like 45 minutes, they went around, they fought Shockmaster, Hammerhead, and his gang. And then they somehow came across Manwolf and started fighting against him. Just very, very random. And it feels like this could have been like its own like separate arcs. So afterwards, we'd see them going back to Peter's place. And Peter sees like how much of a mess it is. It's just clothes and food and stuff everywhere. And someone goes to attack them and Peter instantly shoots web at them, and it turns out to be Otto. And he's like, what the hell's going on? Why is Otto here? Why is my house a mess? And Harry explains that, remember how your family wasn't protected by my protocols when I disappeared? That was because Otto didn't know where you were, and I made a call, and so Otto installed all these security measures, and he decided, well, you know, since I'm already here, might as well just stay here rather than leave the house empty because he doesn't have his own place anymore. They leave, Harry and Peter, and as they're leaving, Harry's like apologizing, and Peter says, actually, you know what? You made the right call. Like, I shouldn't be mad. I should be thanking you. It was the right decision. Because if there's one thing I've learned, it's this: I can only do my job the way it needs to be done if I know that they are safe. Which feels like it's putting up a red flag that something's going to happen to the family. Especially with the cliffhanger that we get with this issue. But again, I like the fact that, you know, they're communicating. They're not holding grudges. I was a little bit worried that Peter was going to be pissed off about Harry putting the security measures and stuff. I felt like that could have been the start of their eventual friendship falling apart, but it turns out that Peter actually agrees with it. So far it looks like the friendship is still going, which is great. I am very much not looking forward to when that ends. So yeah, we get a little bit with Richard, but I'm not going to spoil it. I will just say that the ending it's a cliffhanger, all right, and it makes me think that maybe Venom is going to be appearing soon, the way that this cliffhanger ends. As well as it makes me question if the monthly thing can be a thing. Like how every comic takes place a month after the previous one. The way this cliffhanger ends, I don't think we can... I mean, I guess we could have the next issue take place a month after, but it would just be kind of weird. So maybe they would have to throw in a flashback or something. I think we might need to abandon the whole time skip. Like every issue is a month after the previous one. It was interesting at first, but I don't know if this is a style that can continue, especially for the story that you're trying to tell. Like if we're going to have Peter and Harry and Gwen going to war with Fisk and the Sinister Six, having each issue be a month after, it feels like that would just be... You're kind of handcuffing yourself and putting yourself in a situation that, you know, you're making it harder for you to write. I think it might just be better to just kind of abandon that, but I guess we'll see how the next issue is going to play out. All in all, I freaking love this issue. I thought it was really good. I like Peter and Harry going around fighting crime. I do think it was kind of funny and a little bit random to see them fighting against just random foes. Shocker, I guess not so much because he appeared already. Though it is kind of funny how like they kind of beat him pretty easily. But Hammerhead and Manwolf, this them showing up out of nowhere. I don't know, I thought that was kind of funny. But yeah, this is great. Artwork is great. Characters are cool. I like where the story is going. Cliffhanger has me excited to see how the next issue is going to play out. So it looks like things are picking up. I am a little bit worried about... I've been hearing reports that Marvel is going to be like canceling the Marvel run, the Ultimate run soon. That they're like dialing back on the Ultimate run, and that's, I think they said like issue 27 of Marvel Ultimates was going to be the final one, and then is that it for the universe? Which I hope doesn't end up being the case. Like if you got to end the Ultimates, keep this one going. Keep Ultimate Spider-Man just continuing, even if the rest of the Ultimates ends up getting canceled, because this is the Spider-Man that I want. I don't care for 616 Spider-Man anymore. They've destroyed him for so many decades now that it's going to take a lot to fix him. And I just want this Peter Parker to be Spider-Man. So I just want this to keep going. I don't want to see this series end anytime soon. So hopefully that rumor is just a rumor, but I guess we'll see. But yeah, there you go. Ultimate Spider-Man issue number 18 from Marvel Comics. Hope you enjoyed. Hope to see you next time. Take care. Later. Thank you for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't, I still want to thank you for watching it this far, and I hope the next one is more to your liking. With that said, thank you once again, and I hope you guys and gals have a good one. Later.